Hello, everyone. I'm Nick Cole, and this is the Commercial Painting Authority podcast. Today's episode is Maximizing ROI, the importance of regular maintenance and quality painting in commercial properties. I've spent decades helping owners, facility teams, and property managers in food processing, healthcare and biopharma, industrial, retail, hospitality, and financial services protect and enhance their assets. My goal today is to give you a practical playbook you can apply right away. We'll unpack how aesthetics connect to revenue, why maintenance is a financial strategy, and how professional painting systems extend the life of buildings. We'll talk budgets, inspection schedules, hiring standards, techniques that boost durability, and real examples that show the numbers. If you oversee a portfolio, a single flagship site, or a specialized environment, you'll leave with clarity and actions you can use this quarter. Let's get started. Thanks for investing time to strengthen your property strategy today. Let's start with aesthetics and ROI. Appearance is not vanity. It is a revenue lever and a risk reducer. In lobbies, hallways, production floors, and storefronts, paint is the most visible signal of cleanliness, safety, and brand consistency. Prospects notice it in seconds, and tenants feel it every day. Fresh, well-selected coatings elevate perception, which in turn boosts leasing velocity, average rents, retail conversion, and employee pride. On the cost side, crisp, maintained surfaces reduce cleaning effort, reveal leaks early, and deter graffiti and moisture intrusion. The right sheen and color strategy can extend cleaning cycles, brighten spaces to lower lighting loads, and guide wayfinding to improve throughput. Even bankers react. A property with disciplined maintenance earns better lender confidence and appraisal support. When you multiply these effects across a campus, the ROI is tangible: higher occupancy, fewer concessions, shorter downtime between turns, and a stronger exit cap rate. Aesthetics, executed intentionally, becomes a measurable financial asset. Treat color, sheen, and detail as line items, not afterthoughts. Regular maintenance is the bridge between today's presentation and tomorrow's property value. Paint systems are sacrificial by design. They take the sun, traffic, chemicals, and abrasion, so your substrate does not. When we inspect, clean, and touch up on a planned cadence, we interrupt deterioration and reset the clock on wear. That keeps corrosion at bay on steel, prevents chalking and UV embrittlement on exterior walls, and stops hairline cracks from channeling water into masonry. Inside, disciplined touch-ups in high-contact zones maintain a uniform look, preserving brand standards without disruptive, expensive repaints. The maintenance plan also preserves warranties and compliance records, which insurers and auditors appreciate. Most importantly, a routine establishes predictability. You know when crews arrive, what areas rotate next, and how the spend maps to outcomes. Predictable maintenance beats episodic reaction every time because emergencies cost more, displace tenants, and reduce stakeholder confidence. Plan the work, then work the plan, and your finishes will reward discipline with durability, consistency, and fewer surprises across the portfolio. Quality painting is a system, not a single coat. It starts with diagnostics, substrate identification, moisture readings, adhesion tests, and an understanding of traffic, chemistry, and temperature. Then we engineer the coating stack. For exterior metals, that might be a rust converter or SSPC surface prep, a zinc-rich or epoxy primer, and a UV-stable urethane top coat. For occupied interiors, it could be a low-odor, zero VOC acrylic with ceramic microbeads for scrub resistance. In food processing or healthcare, we may specify antimicrobial additives or fluid-applied, seamless wall systems that tolerate aggressive sanitizing. The point is to match chemistry to conditions, so the film resists the actual stresses it will face. Equally important is film build and cure. Manufacturers' data sheets define mill thickness and recoat windows for a reason. Underbuilding reduces protection, and overbuilding can cause brittleness or solvent entrapment. When the right system is installed correctly, you are not just buying color, you are buying corrosion resistance, cleanability, and years of extended service life. That performance translates directly into fewer failures, less downtime, and lower total ownership costs. Let's talk budgeting, because maintenance without money is just a wish. A smart plan aligns funding with building risk, exposure, and business impact. Start by segmenting your portfolio into zones: high visibility, high risk, and standard. Allocate more to entries, facades, production corridors, clinics, and food-grade areas. Then apply a 3-tier budget: touch-up and cleaning, partial repaints, and full system renewals. Many teams succeed with a rolling 7-year exterior cycle and a 2 to 3-year interior refresh cadence for high-traffic zones. Build a reserve for contingencies like water intrusion or coating failures uncovered during inspections. Lock in pricing with multi-year service agreements where possible. It smooths spend and guarantees response. Finally, tie each dollar to an outcome: reduce corrosion, fewer service calls, faster lease-up, or extended warranties. When leadership sees a line from spend to measured results, approvals accelerate and maintenance stops being the first cut during budget season. Document assumptions, prioritize scope, and phase work to match cash flow and operational windows. No surprises, just execution. Inspections are where strategy meets the field. A quarterly review is recommended for interiors and a biannual exterior walk, with checks after severe weather. Use a structured checklist: substrate condition, coating defects, moisture sources, impact damage, safety signage, and adjacent systems like sealants and flashing. Photograph, geotag, and date observations so you can compare over time. Prioritize issues by risk: safety and containment first, water next, then appearance. The key is to catch small failures early: pinholes, peeling at edges, chalking, hairline cracks, before they escalate into rust jacking, delamination, or microbial growth. Build inspection windows around operational rhythms, production downtimes, tenant changeovers, or shoulder seasons. Finally, close the loop. Translate findings into work orders, budgets, and timelines, and review completion photos. A scheduled inspection program turns maintenance from guesswork into a measurable, defensible plan. It also documents due diligence for insurers, auditors, and future buyers or lenders. Hiring skilled professionals is the hinge that makes your plan work. Experienced commercial painters bring surface prep discipline, product knowledge, safety culture, and scheduling finesse. They understand infection control in healthcare, GMP expectations in food environments, containment for occupied spaces, and the documentation that keeps compliance intact. Look for crews that self-perform rather than broker work, so accountability is clear. A commercial painting partner guards your uptime by sequencing work around operations, setting up clean containments, and delivering night or weekend shifts when needed. They advocate for the right system, not the cheapest can, and they own the result from prep to punch list. When you hire on value, not price alone, you reduce rework, shorten project durations, and extend service life, outcomes that compound ROI year after year. It's risk management through expertise, and it shows up on the balance sheet positively. Technique determines whether good products deliver great results. Surface preparation is first: degreasing, power washing, abrasive blasting, or mechanical sanding to the specified profile. We feather edges, remove failing coatings, and address cracks with flexible fillers or epoxy mortar as needed. Next is environmental control. We monitor temperature, humidity, and dew point to ensure adhesion and proper cure, and we stage containment and ventilation to protect occupants. Application method matters: airless spray for large surfaces, brush and roll for detail work, back rolling to ensure penetration and uniform film. Between coats, we denib high spots and spot sand to improve adhesion. Finally, we finish with the right sheen and texture for the space: high build elastomerics outside, scrubbable satin or eggshell in hallways, non-slip systems in wet zones. Technique turns specifications into performance. That discipline is repeatable, auditable, and directly tied to coating warranties and outcomes, project after project. Communication turns maintenance from expense to investment in the minds of stakeholders. Start by translating technical goals into business outcomes: fewer work orders, lower cleaning time, higher occupancy, accelerated lease-up, or avoided shutdowns. Build a one-page scorecard that shows condition ratings by area, planned work, costs, and targeted benefits. Include before and after photos. Pull in risk language your CFO understands: deferred maintenance liability, warranty preservation, and insurance implications. When seeking approvals, present options with trade-offs: base scope, enhanced system with longer life, or defer with documented risks. After completion, close the loop with performance metrics: surface readings, punch list closure, and tenant or patient satisfaction shifts. Stakeholders support what they can see, measure, and explain. That narrative also helps leasing teams and operations champion projects with tenants and department leaders. Alignment makes approvals easy. Tenant satisfaction is one of the fastest ways maintenance drives ROI. Clean, bright, consistent spaces communicate care, which drives renewals and referrals. For multi-tenant offices, plan corridor and restroom refreshes on predictable cycles and post schedules so occupants feel informed. In healthcare and biopharma, low-odor products and containment keep environments safe and compliant, reducing complaints and protecting accreditation. For retail, aligning brand color and sheen with merchandising improves visual harmony and helps sell through. In hospitality, durable, scrubbable finishes in high-contact zones keep rooms and amenity areas looking new longer, protecting rate and reputation. Across sectors, quick response to scuffs, graffiti, or leaks prevents small irritants from becoming churn triggers. When tenants know issues are handled proactively, they are more flexible with access windows and construction noise, which speeds projects. The result is stickier relationships, fewer concessions at renewal, and better net operating income. That compounds portfolio value and supports stronger valuations. If you're wondering how to implement, here's a simple roadmap. First, assess. Perform baseline inspections and rate every area A through D on condition and risk. Second, prioritize. flag safety, water, and compliance, then high visibility areas, then the rest. Third, specify, match products and techniques to each environment, and capture them in a concise scope template with alternates. Fourth, budget. Assign dollars to touch-ups, partials, and full renewals, and phase by quarter. Fifth, schedule. Build a 12-month calendar that aligns with operations and weather. Sixth, select partners. Pre-qualify, brief them on constraints, and require mock-ups and documentation. Seventh, execute. Monitor film builds, cleanliness, safety, and progress photos. Repeat the cycle annually, refining with what you learn. This rhythm makes maintenance predictable, keeps stakeholders aligned, and protects both the P&L and the asset. Momentum builds, and results get easier to replicate. Let's get rolling on a quote today. Contact Arthur Cole Painting Corporation today by calling 508-799-9019, emailing estimating@colepainting.com, or filling out our contact form at https://colepainting.com. Contact to schedule a complimentary consultation and discuss your project needs. We will provide you with a detailed proposal outlining the scope of work, timeline, and competitive pricing. As we wrap up, remember the core message. Regular maintenance and quality painting are not cosmetic expenses. They are strategic investments that protect structures, elevate brand, and generate real financial returns. When you connect aesthetics to revenue, engineer coating systems to conditions, budget with intention, inspect on a cadence, and partner with skilled professionals, you reduce risk and extend the life of your assets. That discipline shows up in higher occupancy, smoother operations, safer environments, and better valuations. Start with one building, one hallway, or one facade, and prove the model. The momentum will follow. I'm Nick Cole, and it's been a pleasure sharing these insights with you on the Commercial Painting Authority podcast. If this episode was useful, share it with a colleague on your facilities or asset management team, and subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. Until next time, stay proactive, stay professional, and keep your properties looking their best. Thanks for listening and success.